Quick turnover by Atlanta. Here comes Hawks the other way. It's Utah's Jared Butler.
He's made the correct call by a no call and letting it be a jump ball.
That won't go. That will. Here, Butler brings it up. This is the time during Summer League when you expect to feature players as he finds.
In terms of passing, moving, cutting. It's an old school philosophy. He played at Arizona, was coached by Hugh Olsen.
Stevenson will join us shortly. Utah's already made a substitution here. Here's Bolmaro. Second round pick out of UConn. Couldn't connect. Utah's on the run and scoring. Said basically, I don't want to be coy, but no one's untouchable.
Yeah.
But there's no, quote, intent to move Donovan Mitchell. Apparently, they're going to build around him for the moment. Still, and a bunch of future draft picks in that deal.
They got players, and not only do they have players, but they have pride to play.
Proud.
Yeah.
For a lot of them, it's their first pro experience of any sort. 15-4 is the result so far. Cuts the lead to 8. Here come the Hawks in red. That's the way you run the break compared to a lot of the guys out here. He's got some real NBA experience on his resume. He's got the basketball.
Yeah. And you know what?
Spent last year in his native Brazil, back here in Summer League. Butler up top, Caboclo. Played with 4 different NBA teams over 7 seasons. Butler handles out top, looking for the screen. Caboclo obliges. Butler goes the other way and finishes with the left hand.
We like you talking to those two guys. We want to see them suit up.
We're all here to watch basketball. Fortunately, he's been hurt. He has played in the NBA, 33 games with the Rockets, but then he tore his Achilles. Butler with the screen from Caboclo. Nowhere to go. Bolmaro will trigger and knock it down.
For the half ends, I'm going to say that Utah is going to have a turnover, and they're going to throw it to number 42 standing on the sideline. Somebody's going to drive, and they're going to toss it to him.
Yeah, he's open. I mean, he's wide open. He's actually trying to coach from over there. Maybe he needed the 8 years.
That's a great quote. I mean, that's one of the best.
Pass Bolmaro, got him up in the air, got the shot off, would go. Akinjo gets it back, down low to Brown, and Zeke.
I know that's what the math is telling you, but the math's going to get you cut.
Well, that'll improve. See, now.
Rookie, of course, getting drafted, but the mayor in his hometown of Allentown, Pennsylvania, introduced a proclamation claiming June 24th.
In Allentown, he's got his own day. Did you ever get your own day in Chicago, Zeke?
All the days in Chicago and Detroit are mine. 15 consecutive nights.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
I mean, what an artist and what a performer.
Kaba, fly win.
My first concert was Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good shot by Butler.
My rookie year, I hadn't made it to the NBA yet, but I got drafted. My girlfriend and I, who's now my wife, drove her car.
Gates have opened here a little bit in terms of the threes dropping. We've got 7 makes now.
Well, that's why we're talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire. For the job that they did with this Celtic team that just went to the NBA Finals. I mean, all those players were drafted back to Utah, where he played at BYU. I'm sure he's happy to be around his family.
Oregon native, of course, played at
and Rudy Gobert. So it's an interesting time in the NBA where your perimeter defense can be so bad.
They weren't a terrible defensive team, but they were never a great defensive team. And along those lines, wow, what a block by Semanik up on the 3. By the way, I meant to clean up the Gobert conversation, wrap up, I should say. Here's a little nugget for you, see. Tayshaun Prince as he walks by.
I tell you, those Pistons are everywhere, man. And the Memphis Grizzlies attitude is bad boy going to work Detroit Pistons style. What can you do well? What is the one skill that we can count on? Because most of your starters in the NBA, you know, they pretty much
switchability mode that so many teams like on that end of the floor. But offensively, you know, unless you're a team like a Golden State where you have multiple players,
it really limits a lot of the players in terms of their playing ability.
Morcell will knock down the three for Utah. Justin Tillman, by the way, we showed you a moment ago, his last 2 buckets, 6 of 7 from the field. He's got a dozen. He's the only Hawk in double figures here so far. That was banked home immediately.
You know, he and Kevin McHale are both from Minnesota, and I say he's McHale tough.
Holmgren do here in the Summer League so far, but can you imagine if Holmgren spent, you know, 5 days with Kevin McHale on footwork?
Execute. Because there'll be nights in the NBA where you're going to be down 15.
Right.
And can you come back? Can you play within the system? Can you still work? Or will you just give in?
And here come the Hawks. A Kinjo wild shot won't go. Got it back. Eventually it's to Shawnee Brown. Been one of the few bright spots offensively for Atlanta. Martin sidestep three. Got it. And suddenly, this game is begging for a conclusion, Zeke.
It is. And every now and then we see a good play.
Kinjo. And it's an 8-0 run for the Hawks, and they're within 7 here. And Utah finally put it away. Butler trying to do just that.
Out in Utah.
Had a great run there. Kinjo. Probably thinking to himself, where's that been?
Steve Smith came over here and he's stealing all the candy, man. Steve Smith.
Your final score, the Utah Jazz 72.